Okay, welcome everybody. Today is July 18th, 2017, and this is your weekly right sizing Q&A call. I just want to kind of set the expectations for you tonight. This is the third season, as we call it, season 3 of right sizing. It's the third time we've taken people through this program. And the last two times, the first two times, we had a little different format. I'm going to explain that to you, and then I'm going to tell you why we've changed it. The first two times through, we'd actually get on these calls and do teaching. We'd teach the lessons, and then we would do Q&A. And what was happening is that, we'd spend an hour or more doing the teaching between Debbie and I. And then by the time we got to Q&A, people, especially those on the East Coast, it was starting to get late for them, and they had kids to get to bed, and so we had people that had to leave the call, so then they'd have to jump back on and get a recording of a call that they'd already been on because they weren't able to stay to the end. And so we thought, the training is the same. We do the same lessons. The Q&A is always different, but the training is the same. And so we thought, well, why not just take the recorded training from season 2 and share those recordings with you, let you listen to those at your leisure, and then we can focus on our Tuesday night calls on Q&A. So that makes our entire time together totally focused on you. Now we're going to try this, and we believe it's going to be far superior to what we've been doing. So what that means is that you need to be monitoring the Facebook page. If you've not gone to the Facebook page on Right Sizing Season 3, you've all been given access. You've been invited. And if you haven't gone there, go look through the string of messages. That's where you're going to see the recordings of the trainings. That's where you're going to see files that will be uploaded for you to download and print and do your worksheets. And you're going to have virtually something every week. I think there's one week where you don't have a worksheet, but for the most part, you're going to have some homework each week. And so we will upload week 2's videos tomorrow on Wednesday. And then we will upload the files that relate to that right after that. So you're going to want to watch for that. Now, this week's going to be a lot of work for you because you're going to want to listen to the 2 videos that we posted earlier. If you haven't had an opportunity to do that yet, we posted them yesterday. And so you may not have had an opportunity to listen to those yet. If you have, that's great. If you haven't, you're going to want to first go in and listen to Right Sizing Intro. It's the first video you're going to see posted in Facebook, and you're going to want to listen to that because that sets the tone for the rest of the training. We're going to reference it several times during the training, and so you don't want to miss that. You're going to want to go and listen to the Right Sizing Intro video. And then you're going to see that I've uploaded 3 files, and we're going to talk about those a little bit later here tonight, and just kind of familiarize you with those. I'm actually going to do a screen share, and I'll pop it up on the screen and walk you through that, show you what we're looking at. So before we get into that, I want to spend just a couple of minutes giving you some really high-level overview of the intro video and then of the week 1 video, which has also been posted. And then Debbie's going to have some comments on those videos, and then we're going to get to our Q&A. So let me just talk about this. The question that gets posed in the intro video is, what is the cause of your current results? Now, if you think about that question, it is a profound question. Think about the results you're getting in any area of your life, in all areas of your life. Think of the results that you're getting. And then ask yourself, what is the cause of those results? Why am I getting what I'm getting? If you're getting good results, you want to know why. If you're getting poor results, you definitely want to know why. And the reason that that's important is because you can't change your outcome until you understand why you're getting the results that you're getting. You won't know what to change. And that's why so many people go through life confused, because they keep changing the wrong things. They change relationships. They change jobs. They change their appearance. And they never find out why they're not happy. They never find out why they're not getting the results that they want. And so answering that question is going to be very important. And we'll talk about that in the video. And then we're going to talk about the significance of understanding a concept that we call your autopilot. Now, in an airplane, in autopilot, you punch in the coordinates and virtually that airplane can fly itself to that destination based on those coordinates. Now, the thing that you're going to discover is that an airplane is off course 99% of the time. That's right, 99% of the time. But it's so good at course corrections that as soon as the wind direction changes, as soon as the updraft or downdraft, or as soon, I mean, just somebody walking down the aisle of an airplane changes the weight shift, and that plane will go off course. Only slightly, but it does go off course. And that autopilot brings it right back on course. And so an airplane is off course 99% of the time. But its autopilot is programmed to that destination, and it keeps auto-correcting to get you back on track. Now, we're the same way. Each of us has an autopilot programmed inside of us. And it is the reason why you're getting the results you're getting. But most of us don't know where our autopilot is pointing. And in the intro video, we're going to talk about this in great detail. And here's the thing. Your autopilot is pre-programmed to a destination. And if that destination is programmed for failure, you will never achieve success in that area of your life until you reprogram that autopilot. And that's why it's so important to be asking these questions, because it all has to do with your self-image. It is impossible to outperform your self-image. Impossible. You can't do it. You know, and here's the other thing you're going to discover. So, some people think too small. And then they're disappointed when they don't get what they truly want. But there's a flip side to that. Some people think too big. And what I mean by that, because I believe in setting big, audacious goals, but they set these big goals and then they never do anything personally to change who they are or how they live. And how they're living is out of balance with their goals. And as a result, their autopilot keeps pointing them to that lower level of performance, that lower level of results. And so it's great to set big goals, but then you need to grow yourself so that you're personally at a level that can sustain those goals that you want to achieve. We're going to talk about that in the intro video. And so this is the key to right-sizing your life, is right-sizing your thinking and right-sizing your words, matching up who you are with the goals that you want to accomplish. I'm not suggesting you shrink your goals. I'm suggesting you set big goals, but then let's develop you to the level that is right-sized for the goals that you've set for yourself. And so after you listen to the intro video, and make sure you do that first. Listen to the intro video, then go on and listen to week 1, which examines the power of choice in your life, the power of choice. And you're going to hear a quote by Walt Disney that said that whatever the mind of man can conceive and believe, he can achieve. So there's 3 steps there. Conceive an idea, believe an idea, and then go on to achieve it. Most people will conceive an idea and try to go right to achieving it. And that doesn't work. You have to believe it. So conceive the idea, believe in that idea, develop yourself, grow yourself to a level that has the faith. And I'm not necessarily talking spiritual here. I'm just talking about belief in yourself, has the faith to accomplish what it is that you just conceived. And as you do that, you will start to see results. And so that's what video week 1 is going to be all about. So do the intro video first, then do week 1, which is the power of choice. And then there's some exercises. And I'm going to do a little screen share here. And let's see if I can get this to work properly. All right, I'm going to share my desktop. Okay, so let me clear out some of the clutter here. And I'm going to pop up some files that I want you to take a look at. Let's see, where did they go? Oh, I had them all open and somehow they closed. Well, let me see here. Let's just go back. So anyway, here is the Right Sizing Season 3. If you're haven't been there, not familiar with it. And you're going to see each week you're going to use the same link. If you can see on the screen, you'll see that it's the Zoom link. That's how you got in here. And we're going to use the same link each week. And here's the intro video. And here is the video 1, session 1. And then here is your conceiving exercise. And so let me just do a preview of this. And you'll see that it takes you through a series of questions. If I'm not sure, there it goes. I was going to say it better pop up. So you're just going to go through and answer these questions as honestly as you can. You know, when it, yeah.
Randy, it's actually not coming up on our screen.
You're not seeing it?
I see the Right Size Me Now Season 3 page, but I don't see any of the videos and I don't see any of the attachments.
Okay, hold on. It's probably because I'm screen sharing the wrong screen.
It's not scrolling down to where those pieces are because I've already seen them today.
Yeah, let me see if I can find. Here we go. Yeah, it was now you should see it.
I see the page. I see the Right Size Me Now season. I don't see the videos or I don't see the attachment.
Yeah. No, I'm showing the page.
Got it.
Now.
Cool.
Okay.
Okay, perfect.
All right. So here is where you know, you're just going to answer these questions, and there's no right or wrong answer. This is totally up to you. You know, when it comes to your happiness, do you actively pursue it, or do you let it come to you? You search for it inside, or do you live vicariously through others, as so many people do? So just go through and answer all these questions as truthfully and honestly as you can. And I bet if I close this, are you seeing nothing?
All we see is the page, the Right Sizing Season 3 page.
Perfect. That's what I wanted you to see.
Right. We didn't see that sheet you were just talking about.
You didn't see it?
Uh-uh.
You're still seeing this?
Yes. I'm still seeing this, the front page.
Okay. Well, anyway, you're seeing where I'm getting it. This is where
Yes.
I'm getting it.
Okay.
And so here's where you're going to get your downloads. And let me just stop sharing then, since that's not doing you any good. And so go ahead and watch intro 1, watch week 1, and then complete the conceiving exercise. And then you're going to find a leadership values exercise. And so complete it in that order. Do the conceiving exercise first, then do the leadership values exercise, and then complete the aligning your goals with your values. You want to do all 3 of those this week, but you want to do them after you've watched both videos. And that will get you caught up with this week for week 1. As I said, tomorrow I will post week two's video as well as the worksheets. You can get to those anytime between now and next Tuesday night. So you've got a week to go through all of this. And then after that, I recognize that this week will be a little bit of work, but then after that, you'll be caught up and everything should be just fine. Okay, so Debbie, I think that's it for me right now. Do you want to share your thoughts real quick? You're muted, babe.
Yeah. Okay. I just wanted to go over two things that I kind of talk about on the video. One is each person has a different why. Each person has a different what they want to right size. And in mine and Randy's case, it was we wanted to right size our weight. We wanted to right size our exercise. But that's not the purpose of this call. The purpose of this call is to right size anything in your life. So in the past couple seasons, we've had people that want to right size their marriage. They want to right size their relationships. They want to right size their daily structure. They want to right size their business. They want to right size their success level. Some people were doing it for weight. Some people want to right size their finances. So there's always a reason to right size something in your life, but it's different for everybody. So when I figured out my why, and I'm going to talk a little bit more you'll actually hear on the call. When I figured out my why of why I'm still on earth, why I'm still here, and how I moved through to find that, everything started to come into place in my life. My weight started falling off. I understood that I have a reason to be here. I had a purpose. And when I found that purpose, it allowed me to work harder and smarter to get exactly what I was wanting, which was my goals. And that's when my weight just started dropping off. So that's something that you'll hear on the call. The other thing that you're going to hear on the recorded call is all about the power of your choices. And like I had a choice that I could make a few days ago, which was Saturday morning. And Saturday morning, I had the choice to wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning, be on the streets of New Orleans at 4:30 and work out with 20,000 people. So that was a choice. And it was a really good experience. And it was a really good choice that I made. But it was a hard choice because how many people want to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning to go exercise? I surely didn't, but I did. So here's just a couple of things. I mean, I go into it in more detail on the recorded call. But, you know, one of the choices that I made was to find out my why. And to make the choice to listen to constructive behavior that somebody was saying about me and really believe it. Rainey and I made the choice to sell our house last year, which was a lot of work. It was one of the toughest times I've ever been through in my life. I don't know why. We made the choice to move into a beautiful apartment. We made the choice to sell half of everything that we had. We made the choice to sell one of our cars. So these are tough choices. We make the choice in the mornings now to watch a marriage video or a faith video instead of watching a TV show during our breakfast. So there's choices that we're all making that coincide with the consequences or with the reality of what's happening in your life. So there were things that I wasn't liking in my life. Well, there's no one to blame other than myself. So it's just like tonight. I have the choice after we get off the call to still work out because I haven't worked out yet today. So I get to make that choice. So on the call, you're going to hear me give you about 30 different choices that Randy and I have made that have brought us to a really peaceful, happy, amazing life. So those are the two things that I pretty much talked on the call, which is just things that the choices that we made. And just so you know, they get easier as you make them. In the beginning, they're kind of tough, but the more that you make them, it's like it's not hard for me to exercise anymore because I've done it for 7 weeks in a row. So it's become a habit now. So anyway, those are kind of the two things, Randy, that I had talked about on the call, is like how to find your why and how I found mine. And when you find your why and you find your purpose, like when I was working out at got to that New Orleans street at 4:30 in the morning, I was working out with 20,000 people who knew how to work out. Well, I don't know how to work out. I'm new to this. But I kept saying in my head what my purpose is. And my purpose is to deliver hope one-on-one to Denmark and deliver hope one-on-one to women. So I kind of was fighting for Denmark the whole time I was working out because I was really exhausted. So I kept doing it because I know the better shape I get in, the more I'm going to be able to travel. So whatever your why is, whatever your purpose, whatever's going to get you to that next level, you know, keep that in the forefront of your mind when you actually feel like giving up. So
Excellent.
that's
Okay, now just a little bit more about the call format tonight. We're going to get to the Q&A now, and your questions may have more to do with the mechanics of the meeting, where to find things and so forth. And so if you're unclear about any details of how to access the material, where you are going to find the recordings, any of that, that's really what tonight's probably going to be mostly about. Now, if you have specific questions, we're certainly here to answer those, but I anticipate tonight's probably a little bit more mechanical. But here's what I want you to do. As you watch the videos and you take notes, I want you to be thinking about what questions you want to ask us in order to go deeper into that topic, to help you accomplish what you need to accomplish. And here's the thing. You're getting direct access in a small group setting to Debbie and I and our coaching. And we have coaching clients that pay hundreds of dollars an hour to be able to ask questions and set a course for their life. And you're getting access to that as part of this program. So my advice to you is take advantage of that. Be prepared. Years ago, I had a dream of being able to sit with my mentor, Dr. John C. Maxwell, the #1 leadership speaker and author in the world. And I had a dream of being able to have a meal with him. And that opportunity came. And I was unaware that John was going to be sitting at my table. I actually was serving on his President's Advisory Council as part of the John Maxwell team. And when John came in, he sat at my table. And I had dinner with John for the first time. And this had been a dream of mine for about 20 years. And I was unprepared. I didn't have any questions. We had good conversation, but I approached him later the next day, and I apologized to him. And I said, I'm sorry, I missed a golden opportunity to learn from you because I was ill prepared. I said, I will never be unprepared for a meeting that we have in the future ever again. And I always have questions ready when I know I'm going to somewhere where John's going to be, just in case I have that opportunity to have a few minutes with him and learn from his wisdom and his years of experience. And so I'm encouraging you to come to these Tuesday night Q&A calls prepared. Have your questions ready. Have your notes. Anything that isn't making perfect sense to you, if you want to bring clarity to something, if you want to add some more light and color to a concept, if you want to go a little deeper and apply it to your personal situations, you can get as transparent on this call as you want to, but I do advise you that it is being recorded. So some people are very transparent and share just about anything. Others are a little more reserved, but just know that we're here to answer as deep a question as you care to answer, or as you care to ask, and we'll give you very candid answers. Now, if you have a situation that is highly personal and maybe even confidential, then you have the ability to private message either Debbie or I and ask your question privately if it's something that you don't think that you can do in a public format. So feel free to post that out and let us know what that is, and we'll do our best to get you a private answer back. So that's pretty much what I wanted to say. Just make sure you come to these meetings prepared. Now, a little bit about the mechanics. The way that we do this is you'll notice at the bottom of your screen there is a little kind of like a quotation circle, with like when in a cartoon when somebody's speaking, and it says chat. If you click on that, it's going to open up a whole chat bar to the side of your screen. Should be a big white bar that pops up, and you'll see that there's a chat bar there. And then you can also click on it. I think, Debbie, maybe it's different on your screen than mine because I'm host. Does it say participants or manage participants? Just participants. Okay. So if you click on that, those two buttons should allow you then to, if you take your cursor over and highlight that chat bar, you should see a little hand, and where it says raise hand. Debbie, are you seeing that? Okay. So it's probably right in the middle of your screen, I think, on that chat bar, right? You're muted, babe.
Okay, sorry. Am I still muted? Can you hear me now?
No, yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. When I push that participants button, and then I go over to the chat, it says raise hand or mute me. So I see the raise hand thing.
Okay, so
and actually Sunny has signed in. Sunny said hello. So she's figuring out how to use the little chat thing.
Okay, very good. And well, what I'm seeing is from Debbie to everyone, hello, Sunny.
Right, and then Sunny said hello, or Sunny said hi.
Oh, okay, it didn't show up on my screen.
She said it privately.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Sunny, just so that you know, you can go over to where it says to, and it says over on the chat screen, it says more. You can arrow down, and it says where you can open up that to everybody. You can either send it privately, or you can send it to everybody. And I said hello to Sunny, but I said it to everybody.
Okay, yeah. And little Debbie's going to spend a little time with you just to make sure that you're comfortable with that. Those of you that are listening to the recording of this, if you have any questions about the mechanics of how to use Zoom, just let us know. We could do a test with you, and just make sure that we get you comfortable where you know how to use it and everything works. So. But that's how we'll do that. You can share information with people. You can ask questions. Now, if for any reason during a call you cannot find the raise hand button, or we're not seeing you or whatever, all you have to do, if everything else fails, just wave at us. We can see everybody on screen, and if that's not working, just wave at us. Or if you have any questions afterward, just send us a private message, and you'll find that Debbie and I are very responsive. So,
how will Lowell today ask a question, because she's not on? She can't do the chat, so we would just open up her.
Yeah. I was about to unmute her and ask if she had any questions. So that's a great question. And so why don't we do that right now? Lowell, you are unmuted. Did you have any questions at this point?
Yes, all that stuff. I have the intro video you're talking about, and then I have the intro, and then I have the one in the right size number 3, but I don't see any of the other stuff that you were talking about. I don't have any of those.
Okay, if you scroll a little further up, you should see them.
Okay. Okay. It's up on my screen at the end of on the bottom is the right size season 3. That's the last page I see.
Yeah, so just go ahead and scroll further to the top of that string of posts.
So go down, scroll it down, because there's no more page after that.
Yeah, scroll up. Don't scroll down. Scroll back up to the top, and you'll start to see that there are more files that have been posted.
Okay, I see intro, and then I see season 1, and conceiving exercise.
Yep, that's it right there. That's, yeah. So it
Okay.
says you've got download, and then right above that, leadership values exercise, you download, and then
Alright,
aligning your goals, download. So those are your 3 files for this week.
okay, okay. All right, great.
Yeah,
And
great question. Okay,
So if
and
for,
go ahead.
well, like you said, for any reason, if I don't make, if I cannot make it for any reason, will I can go back and do the record, the exercise that
Yes.
we have the homework for. I can just go there and do the homework, and then the next time I come, ask the question, and then I can just keep on going.
Absolutely. Yes. You're going to, even this video will get posted tomorrow to the
Okay.
string, and it will be listed as Tuesday night's Q&A for July 18th. And
Okay.
so if you were not able to be on this call, you're going to clearly know that that was the Q&A call, and so we try to make certain that we clearly label everything so you know exactly what it is that you're trying to access.
And the other thing, Lowell and Sunny, is that if there's ever a question that you have when you're doing a worksheet or you're listening to the calls and you have a question, all you have to do is text me, and I can definitely walk you through something or answer something that you do or don't understand if you wanted more understanding to it.
Okay. Awesome. Okay.
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 Anything else?
Oh my gosh. I think that's about it. I'm just gonna do as much as and how do you just like when I brainstorm, when I do the questions, just do it, or I kind of overthink stuff. So just do it, or take your time, just take my time and be honest as I can.
Yeah. The best way for me to answer that is that you need to complete that in alignment with your personality. If you're a highly detailed, task-oriented person, you're probably going to take longer doing it, and that's okay.
Okay.
If you are more of a people-oriented, outgoing person, you're probably going to give your first response and you're going to fly through it and you're just going to get it done and you're going to move forward. It'll depend on your personality type. And there is no correct wrong way to do it. Now, I can make this recommendation that your first response is generally your best response. And so I would capture that and record it. And then if you like, go back through and fine tune that all you want to.
Okay.
So we found that most people, if they give their first response, that's usually the most genuine. And then if you want to go back and really think deeply into that, I'd highly encourage that.
Okay. Okay, great. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much. And Sonny, any questions from you?
I printed out already the first 2 before I signed on, and then I'll go back and before I leave tonight, I'll go back and print out the conceiving one.
Okay.
Before I leave tonight, it's easier to print them here at work, and then it should be all set. And then we'll do this for next Tuesday, and then we're gonna go over these then next Tuesday.
Yeah, we'll kind of be, my best advice there is that if you've got some things that you found difficult, make note of that and make a question out of it. Okay. And then when we get to the more coaching tonight, like I said, will be more mechanical, but when we get to coaching, we're actually going to ask you some coaching questions, and there is a technique and a process to coaching. So you'll provide the topic, and then we'll provide the process of how you work through that. And so if you're working through that worksheet and man, something just for some reason, it just seems really difficult, or the other thing that happens is you can have an aha moment where you suddenly, your eyes are open and you go, I never realized that about myself. I never realized I thought that way. Right. Those are things to take note of too, because that provides really good coaching opportunities.
Okay, perfect.
All right.
The other thing that I wanted to mention to everybody on the call and everyone that's listening to the recording is that I want to offer everybody one complimentary coaching session. So it's a 90-minute session, and it's something that you guys can just private message me and say, hey, I'd love to take you up on that 90-minute session, and we're going to go really deep into your goals or your dreams or whatever you want to talk about. And they've been really good sessions with everybody. So Lowell's already been through 2 with me, and so I know taking a 3rd one will probably be a good thing. So just private message me and just say that you want to do it, and we'll book it into the next couple of weeks. And there's not a topic that is off limits for us. So anything that you guys are struggling with, anything that you guys want to strengthen in, is topics to bring to the table for the question and answer.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So Debbie, I have nothing else. Do you have anything else?
I just want you guys to know that we are here for you for this 6-week period. We want to be here to cheer you on to your goals and dreams. We want you to know that we want you to dream big, because you guys can have anything that you want. And your mindset is going to strengthen so much in this 6 weeks. So many of the people that have been on this in season 1 and season 2 are already getting so much of what they want. So I want you guys to understand that anything that you guys want, you can start believing for it now. And I know, Sunny, I know you personally, and I know you have dreams and goals. I know there's things that you want deep in your heart. We're going to help get you there. We're going to help stretch you. We're going to help get you to those dreams that you right now today do not believe that you can have. So my goal personally is to stretch you and get you somewhere where you've never even imagined being. And Lowell, I've talked with you a number of times. I know exactly where you want to go. I know some of your business goals, and Lowell, and I know some of your personal goals. Lowell, I want everything that your heart desires, and we're going to get you there. So,
and that goes for those of you listening to this
yes.
recorded call as well. We want to help you achieve. We want you to conceive and believe so you can achieve. And that's what we're going to help you do.
Yes. So we are excited to walk through the 6 weeks with you guys, and I can't say enough about getting to know you guys at a different level, and just seeing what we all walk through.
Okay, so private message us if you need to. Watch for the next week's videos to be posted tomorrow. You'll have from Wednesday to Tuesday to watch those and do those worksheets. I know this week you're going to have a little more work, but then next week you'll be caught up and it'll all go a little smoother for you. So work hard this week. Get yourself positioned for a good call next week. Come with great questions. And let's have a great time of learning next Tuesday night. Until then, thank you very much, and God bless.
Good night.